I'm Ashton Addison from BlockWest Capital for Investment Pitch Media and the Crypto Coin Show. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Vivi Lin, the CMO of XCarnival. Vivi, welcome to the show, and thank you for taking the time to come on today.
Hi, Ashton. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. I'm excited to dive into the world of synthetics, assets, DeFi, and XCarnival. I would love for you to kick it off with an overview. From what I understand, you're combining synthetic assets and DeFi. If you can elaborate on that a little bit more and how that benefits the ecosystem, that would be great to start.
That's right. Would love to. So XCarnival is a DeFi synthetic assets aggregator. But before I go any further on the project, I would like to take a step back and just explain a little bit what synthetics are and how they work. Now, to put it in a simple way, synthetic assets are designed to mimic the values of other assets. Now, in the traditional financial markets, which we are familiar with, these assets could be derivatives like futures, options, swaps, with underlying assets include stocks, commodities, currencies, etc. Now, in the crypto space, things could get even more interesting because investors could use crypto synthetics to gain exposure to a wide variety of assets without having to hold them. So that includes traditional financial products, like we mentioned, but also all the other digital assets, crypto assets included, of course. Now, that just opens the door for so many possibilities if you think about it. So the fact that we are doing this in the DeFi space means the synthetics have open access to investors worldwide. So basically, anyone with a smartphone and internet could really have access to it. You don't really need to have a bank account. Now, on the other hand, crypto synthetics really give investors access to a much bigger pool of products, from traditional financial products to crypto and also to non-financial products. So the applications are really endless. And that is how, in a bigger sense, we as a synthetic project could benefit the DeFi ecosystem.
That's really interesting, Vivi, and thanks for the background there on synthetic assets. I was looking into it a little bit before our show, and I saw that synthetic assets and derivatives are such a huge market in compared to cryptocurrency. We just passed $2 trillion in cryptocurrency this week once again, and I was reading that derivatives and synthetic assets are in the quadrillions of size in comparison, which is crazy. So from what I understand, this is not just with crypto assets. This is allowing you to have non-crypto assets and put them into a crypto sphere, and more specifically in DeFi. Is that correct?
Yes, definitely. And exactly like you said, like the potentials for the market is huge, as we can see from the Wall Street, the traditional synthetics, derivatives. So we can see that in the DeFi space, the potential is even bigger. So that's really the beauty of it. With the right tools, you can basically make a synthetic assets from anything: crypto, non-crypto, financial, or even non-financial products. So really, the potential is huge.
Definitely. And with the size of cryptocurrency being a lot smaller than traditional derivatives, which have been around for a long time, there's obviously going to be a difference in liquidity as well. Can you talk about how you and your team are creating and dealing with the liquidity in these newer markets? Yeah,
definitely. I think you pinpoint a really important issue, which is liquidity, and that is really one of the key elements in the DeFi space. Now, especially when NFT came into the picture, now we have NFT and in DeFi really collaborate so much. So in fact, the NFT marketplace have suffered from a lack of liquidity, especially in the secondary market. So at XCarnival, we really created like a product called Xbroker, that is a peer-to-peer platform to allow people to pledge their NFTs without having to sell them if they need the money. And on the other hand, other users could lend the money to them with an interest. So if you think about it, it's a win-win situation because owners of the NFTs now could get the liquidity they want instead of just sitting on the assets. Now, while the system would keep the NFTs for the time being and allow the lenders to make a profit. So by doing this, we're really solving the liquidity issue in the space. Now, one more thing I would like to draw your attention to, which is the price discovery of NFTs. Now, this has been a very tricky issue because it's really difficult to pin down the right price for an NFT. So we also have a unique design to address this issue. So with our peer-to-peer mechanism, together with the clearing design, so the prices of the NFTs now are decided by the pledgers and lenders through negotiations. So in other words, XCarnival really provides the tools and marketplace, a little bit like a decentralized eBay. So if you look at the process, even if the pledgers could not pay back the money, so under the rules of clearing, like the pawn shop, the NFTs will go into a bidding process. So that means lenders might be able to get back even more than they lent. Or in the worst case, they will get to keep the NFTs. So just like that, we help to increase the liquidity in the DeFi and NFT space.
Very cool. Thanks for that explanation, Vivi. And yeah, especially in NFTs, I've seen throughout 2021, the valuations of them have just exploded, and it's crazy to see some of them going for hundreds of thousands of dollars and how they evaluate them, and to be able to have extra liquidity on that, to be able to lend them out and have DeFi functionality, I think is a great bonus as well. And I'm curious, with this marketplace and Xbroker and the whole platform altogether, are you targeting institutionals, retail investors, or those who are new to DeFi, or is it a combination of all of those?
Well, that's a very interesting question. So our mission has always been to help more people to get access to and more exposure to the DeFi space. So from providing more synthetic assets to them, like I mentioned, or solving the liquidity issues in the space, it serves the same purpose. So to answer your question, we are definitely a 2C platform. We're targeting the masses, retail investors, like people with or without crypto experience. So we really hope that our products are easy enough for the ordinary people to enter the space and really benefit from it. And we also want to make it fun. So just like our name, XCarnival. So that means like a carnival where everyone could really have fun while bring home some rewards.
Definitely. And yeah, you need to have fun while you're doing it. I agree with that, Vivi. And
yes.
In the platform as well, I know you're saying that you're targeting those who are new and trying to target the masses. And there's also the XCV XCarnival token that's built into the platform. And I wanted to touch on that for the new users who are getting involved. Can you talk about the value of the token inside the platform? What are the main purposes that it serves, and how does it create a sustainable ecosystem for XCarnival?
Yeah, definitely. The XCV, the token is called XCV, is very, very important. It's a very important puzzle of the whole ecosystem. It's the governance token for XCarnival. So first of all, it serves the community, like holders of XCV can participate and vote for the major decisions that matter for the community. So as we speak, we have more than 120,000 people in our Telegram community. And then the number is growing. So we're really very devoted to serving the benefits of the community. And then the token is really an effective tool for that. And then, of course, it comes with the financial benefits, which is also a lot of people are interested in on that front. So holders of XCV could use the tokens for liquidity mining, or use them as collaterals for lending, as we mentioned when if they want to lend or pledge, and so the token is a currency in the ecosystem. And also later on, when users want to create their own synthetic assets on our platform with our product Xarena, which is still being developed, the tokens will be needed to do so as well. So in this case, we believe that with both community governance and financial functions, the ecosystem will grow sustainably.
Great, thanks for that explanation. And I also saw that you actually have a 2-token or multi-token system where there's also a stablecoin involved, which stablecoins are always nice if you're dealing with DeFi assets to avoid impermanent loss, or just to have more stable and understood volatility and exposure and risk. And that's the USDxc stablecoin as well. Can you talk about why the need for a stablecoin in the platform and what are the functions that it serves?
Yeah, definitely. You're absolutely right. We do have our own token and then the stablecoin. So exactly like you said, in general, stablecoin is very important because of the high volatility in the space. Now, for XCarnival, the USDxc is the crypto collateralized stablecoin with its value pegged to the US dollar. It's necessary because it really prevents volatility when users conduct various activities on the platform, as you can imagine. Like when you are doing, for example, when you are pledging or lending, making synthetics, etc., you really don't want the prices to fluctuate too much while you're in the process. So it's really a must to have a stable coin. But compared to other stable coins such as USDT, USDC, MakerDAO, you name it, one of the most unique offerings we have is that USDxc, not only does it have the key functionalities of stabilizing the prices, it also allows users to mint USDxc with a large pool of tokens, including mainstream coins and also altcoins. So that is part of the beauty of the synthetics. So again, that means more liquidity for the whole ecosystem. And of course, we have a comprehensive system in place for risk management because we are aware of the risk behind that. So for example, we have different collateral rates for different cryptocurrencies, and we also have emergency mechanism in case of hacking, and we also have plans to deal with bad debts, etc.
Mm-hmm. That's good to know. And with all the talk prior about NFTs as well, I'm curious, recently in the news, it was all over Cointelegraph and in cryptocurrency news as well. Mark Zuckerberg is focusing Facebook and its parent group of companies on the metaverse. All this talk about virtual reality and NFTs involved with that. I'm curious if XCarnival is also diving into metaverses as you continue to expand.
Yes, definitely, for sure. Like Mark Zuckerberg is really everywhere, and we just saw the news. Like, and Nvidia is also, saying that they're looking into metaverse as well. So, at XCarnival, we follow the metaverse space very closely. I just want to talk to you a little bit about metaverse. That's so interesting, right? So, if you read Neil Stephenson's sci-fi Snow Crash, you know that metaverse actually simply means a shared online space. So it could be really think virtual, but when metaverse meets crypto, it really makes more sense because blockchain could really offer so much for this shared space. So basically, it's from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0 because we have data sovereignty, we have privacy, just to name one or two, right? So with NFTs in the picture, it's even more interesting because it could verify the ownership and provenance of the virtual properties. So for XCarnival, we are aiming to empower the space with our unique offerings. So for example, with Xbroker, we are providing liquidity for NFTs in the metaverse space. And we also allow users to make synthetic assets out of metaverse assets, for example, like to provide more exposure to the metaverse assets and help with the liquidity on that front. It could be anything from in the metaverse space. It could be, in the gaming space, it could be the land, it could be the clothes, the skin in the games and everything. So we allowed users to make synthetic assets out of anything from the metaverse space. And we are also, on that front, we're really seeing a lot of synergies between XCarnival and metaverse. And we are devoted to making metaverse a better place with our contribution.
Very cool. And that's really exciting to be able to combine synthetic assets into the metaverse as well. So it sounds like your team has a lot of ambitious plans, with Xbroker, Xarena, all of the other functionalities coming out in the platform. Maybe you can give a high level snapshot of some of these main releases that you're looking to bring out of the platform from now until the end of the year or in the next 6 months. What are the major things that your team is coming out with?
Sure. Okay. I would like to share with you some of the milestones, and but before that, let me give you just like a very short overview about what we've come through. You know, what we come through. You know, like from the past several months, you know, we come a long way. We won the Binance Smart Chain Hackathon as champion for Southeast Asia, and we've also listed on CoinMarketCap, growing our community to over 120,000 people in less than 2 months. So now fast forward to now, in terms of milestones, we're really aiming to build a solid platform and also building our community with consensus. So we have already developed our first product, Xbroker. This is, like you mentioned, this is a platform to provide NFT pledging and lending services to users. So it's fully developed, ready to launch, and now it's been tested. And also it already passed the security audit by Certic. So this product will be launched probably in the next month. Because we're still collecting feedbacks from our users. So we'll launch it when we are fully ready to launch. And our second product, Megabox, which is a lending and pledging platform for long tail assets, especially for altcoins. So this product is also developed, now queuing for security audit. So I think in the next 6 months, we would definitely launch 1 or 2 of those products. And so, you know, like the major ongoing milestones will be to really improve the user interface and user experience based on the tests and feedback from our users. Because again, our aim is really to serve our users and community with the best products we could build.
Definitely. I completely agree. Thanks for those updates. And it's great to be in constant communication and receive feedback from your community, as generally you want to have a community governed platform so that the customers receive what they want. So that's great, Vivi. Thank you for that. We don't have a lot of time left. So I would like to know, for those who are looking to join the community and get involved and follow along with these updates as they come out as well, what's the best way for them to start using XCarnival and get involved with the community?
Oh, thank you so much, Ashton, for the questions. So for the viewers out there, if you're interested in our project, you could check out our website at xcarnival.fi, like xcarnival.fi, or reach out to our Telegram or Twitter or Discord. So our Telegram, you can just search XCarnival, and also Twitter, xcarnival/lab. To join our community, and then we have a lot of campaigns, and we have a lot of activities going on. So really welcome to join us and to check us out.
Thanks, Vivi. I will leave those links in the description box below as well. All the best with XCarnival moving forward, and let's follow up in the near future.
Thank you so much, Ashton.